Hey gang, Hammer still here. This was a very fun game. As you can see, this is an all tier 9 match, and I really like the Chung. I wish the torpedoes had a little bit more range, because 10.5 kilometers tier 9 is it's a little challenging at times. It depends upon how much radar you got on the other side. Now you can see that in this particular match we've got a Missouri. That spells radar, right? And 2 Seattles. And then in terms of potential torpedo threats, 2 Fletchers, which Fletcher's a great destroyer. Mogador, which is extremely fast, has incredible guns. That's, to me, the Mogador is just a DD killer. And Friesland, which is it's a Daka HE spammer. Really, from all accounts, a very fun ship to play, and definitely a threat. So, that's the enemy lineup. If you're not familiar with the Pan-Asian DD line, the torpedoes on the Pan-Asian DDs, they cannot strike enemy DDs. They are what are called deep water torps, and they can strike cruisers, battleships, and aircraft carriers. You may have heard of a Japanese destroyer called the Asashio. It has a different variant of deep water torps. It can only hit battleships and aircraft carriers, but that's really all it needs. Anyhow, getting back to Chung. So what I've told him here is I've got to play cautiously initially until I know what's here, because especially on this map, what you'll see very often is you'll see radar ships will camp at the corners of these islands where I'm at, both on the north and the south side. And if you're somewhere like here, but in the cap, and you get spotted, you can take a lot of enemy fire before you can find cover. And of course, if you get spotted and one of those cruisers pushes up close and uses radar, there's no escape. You just have to get out of the range or wait for it to wear off. Now I'm looking at Lady Alyssa there in the Missouri. Got a long distance till I have to really worry. But I have to be aware. Now I got lit up by Fletcher, so I went ahead and smoked. Now, some might say that was a waste of a smoke. I don't really look at it that way. As you can see, there's a lot of incoming fire. I can't hit him with torps, but he can hit me. So I'm just going to clear out. And the Pan-Asian destroyer line, they have a lot of smokes. Okay, so you can see why I moved out of that area. If he ends up with the cap, that's okay. I mean, he's got a lot of support there. Now, if you look at the minimap, what do I have in the way of support? I've got an Ibuki that's behind the island. He can't really get much of anything. Georgia, same thing, right? The Soyuz, more or less same thing. And we've got an Iowa that's way out there. I don't think he could hit much of anything from where he's at right now. So it's really just me. So the discretion being the better part of valor, I decided to move away. Let him take the cap, that's fine. And I'm just going to back in. And I'm staying close to my smoke. If I get detected, I can run right back into it. Now he's got the cap, but they're not getting any points as long as I'm in it. So you see they got a 4-point lead by securing the cap. But that's it. We lose a Jutland, which is pretty early in the match, 3.5 minutes. And I really feel the need to get the heck out of Dodge, because Missouri was getting pretty close. I don't know if you could see that or not. I'll spin the camera around, I think, here in a second. You'll be able to get a more clear idea. Yeah, 10.4, 10.5. I don't want to get caught with radar. Jean Bar, yeah, it's a battleship. Yeah, it probably wouldn't hit me with many shells, but he's got a reload booster. I don't want to get caught by that. So what did I throw my torpedoes at? Well, there was an Izumo back there, and I was hoping to land a torpedo on the Izumo. If Jean Bar happened to stay close enough to him to eat a torpedo or two, all the better. Now you see my smokes just came back up. So I have a smoke to use. Again, lots of smokes. So you don't have to be shy about using them. Yeah, took some significant damage from the Lady Alyssa and the Missouri back there. But, you see, now that's what I was trying to avoid, is the situation that the enemy Fletcher's in right now. And he's going to pay a very heavy price for that. Oh, these floaty USDD shells. And now I have, in my zeal to try to catch that guy, I have run myself right into the radar range of the Missouri. Now I've just got to live for another 10 seconds. Grossa, he could put shells on me. Jean Bar, he could put shells on me. That was his secondaries, I think. Now I'm looking right now and I'm thinking, Buffalo, what are you thinking? I'm still radared, so he is radared. We just lost an Ibuki, and I know right now we're going to lose this Buffalo. There's just no way around it. He's got a Jean Bar and a Zumo and a Missouri, and he's going to be the only thing for them to shoot at. Alright, so we've got a DD behind us now. So I'm going to see what I can do about that. You can see we've got a Iowa and a Georgia that are beating feet out of there. Right now they're on my port side. Yeah, there goes the Buffalo. Alright, so both sides down 3 ships. I haven't really been able to do a whole heck of a lot of anything that I was hoping to do. We're 6 minutes in, and I've done 5,300 damage total, but I spot the Fletcher. So maybe, if I can get a little bit of help from the Georgia and the Iowa, we can beat up the Fletcher enough to get him to run away, despite the fact that he has a hit point advantage. Now, I don't have much choice here. I've got to just survive for 10 seconds till my smoke's up, and then I'm going to smoke and run.
Problem solved, sir.
And my goal here is to do my best to get out of 10 kilometers range, to get as far away from the Seattle as possible, so that if he radars, they can't just finish me off. There are his torpedoes. Able to get ahead of them, get myself out of detection. And I was a little surprised that Iowa turned around, but he did. And now he's nose in to a Seattle and a Fletcher. And the Fletcher's smoked up, and my torpedoes can't hit the Fletcher. So there's unfortunately not a whole heck of a lot I'm going to be able to do to help him. Okay, I'm going to step out just for a second, just kind of let this unfold, and then I'll pick it back up.
Engine boost deactivated.
So, this is pretty much an ideal situation for playing a destroyer.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
I've got 3 big ships that are all pushing, and I'm just far enough out ahead that I can avoid the Missouri radar, but they're still in my torpedo range. And I can actually get within the radar range as long as I'm careful and just skirt the edge of it, because they're going to be aiming their guns elsewhere. I'll probably have plenty of time to run if I do get caught in the radar. Now you can see that there's a 1-2-3 Gizemo Seattle. I think he made a really big blunder here. I think he needed to push in with his buddies and get his radar in here, because as it stands right now, his radar and the other Seattle that you can see there, they're too far away. They're not picking me up, and it's allowing me to just pound on these battleships with torpedoes. Okay, so very slow start to this game, but at this point, we are now at the halfway point, just 10 minutes, and I'm a little worried because our Georgia, well, I have this theory that when somebody doesn't know what to do, they YOLO in. So I'm guessing he didn't know what to do. And I'm just, while I'm waiting for my torpedoes to reload, just having a look. Am I going to hit anything? Right now, a Zuma player is probably going, oh no. A Zuma player, oh no. And the guys in the cap, they're beating up on the Jean Bar pretty good. Okay, so that's 9 torpedo strikes at this point. 135,000 damage, and we've still got 9 minutes and 21 seconds left. Now, Azuma and Jean Bar are both just thrashed. Black is trying to get them burning. You can see him sitting in smoke back there. And our Soyuz, he's got decent guns. So if he knows where to aim, he's going to be able to finish these guys off in short order. And I will be in position to put more torps in here. Now, Azumo, if he's smart, is going to accelerate. You know, that's what I'm guessing he's going to do. But on the off chance that he slows down, I throw some torps out there, and then I throw some out for Seattle. Now, both of the Seattles are close enough now where I have to start worrying about getting caught in their radar.
Engine boost activated.
So Jean Bar goes down. We have a commanding points lead, but this is not over. Izumo's in position. If he's careful with both those Seattles supporting him, he can finish off our Soyuz. Yeah, the Black's right there in front of him, and I'm on the flank here, but those Seattles are pushing me now. I think they finally realized that I'm out here throwing torpedoes at their capital ships, and they're moving to try and prevent me from doing that anymore. So I guessed wrong about Izumo. I thought he probably would push in, but he didn't. He threw it in reverse. So my torpedoes run out ahead of his position, and I also miss on the Seattle. Rolls your dice, you take your chances. We're up by a little over 200 points. Feeling pretty good about things. We do have 4 ships to 4 ships. We currently have 3 caps. The red team only has 1. Things are looking pretty good. But I still want to avoid, if I can, getting caught by these Seattles. They can pump out a lot of very painful shells. Now I know Azumo's going to push. I don't know that my torpedoes are going to be able to get there in time, but I'm going to throw them out there. Our Missouri is tied up with their De Grossa, and having thrown the torpedoes out there, I'm going to run. I don't want to get radared, and if I do get radared, I want to make sure there are 2 targets. You can see where the Black is located. All right, he's a friendly.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
I don't want to be in the same place as him, because I want one of us to be able to have a different angle on the Seattle that's pushing us. Now, I know there's another Seattle out there, but the fact that we can't see him yet, I don't think any of those torpedoes are going to hit, because I think Azumo, like I was guessing, is going to accelerate. But I did what I could. I threw him out there. I'm recommending, in a situation like this, to stay dark. Seattle has a capability of, especially without 6,000 hit points, he could wipe me out with 1 volley. And unfortunately, did catch him with 1. Although the Black has considerably more HP left than I do, he's not very fast, and he'll actually make a comment to that effect here in a little bit. And if Seattle decides to chase, it can really cause problems. But no, he decides to go the other way, so we have to try and talk him into staying up this way. Yeah, I had my guns ready. You can see Black's already opened up on him. I'm hoping, if the other Seattle's in range, that he's going to shoot at the Black so I can know what his position is. Okay, so we detect him. And now I'm just going to put shells out. There's no way I'm going to kill this Seattle. But I'm thinking if I can just reset the cap a little bit. That's really the goal here. He's reversing. Torps probably aren't going to get there in time, but on the off chance that he stops, okay. And you know, there's the radar. Again, can we reset the cap? I don't think we're going to be able to hold it, you know, to be able to keep them from taking it. But what we can do is we can slow down their ability to take the cap. And I'm taking fire. Got to be really careful with my angle. They are both focused on me, obviously because I don't have any hit points left. So I just go ahead and smoke up. I'm no longer in range of their radar. I'm just going to smoke up. Black's got them radared now. And I'm thinking, I saw in the chat there, you know, somebody was saying hey, Chung will go for the decap. I don't think it's necessary. I ultimately start heading that way. But I'm with the Georgia there. We just have to live.
Engine boost activated.
I throw some preemptive torps out there, just in case Seattle does just, you know, full speed ahead. Because at this point, it looks to me pretty clear that the Seattle is going to push at our black and try and finish him off. They don't really have much choice. I feel a little bit bad because I typed a, this does not end well for the black. I always go ahead and share that with you. He doesn't have much in the way of hit points left, and he's got a radar cruiser pushing up behind him. And I typed something like, wow. I didn't mean it to be disparaging to the captain that was displaying the black. But I think he took it that way, because I lost a karma point. So if that player, C-Wine, is ever watching this, I hope you understand I wasn't trying to be an ass. Meant you no disrespect. I think you played a great game. And now we're just really just waiting for the clock to wind down if we can manage to live. And I'm looking at it saying, nope, he must have the black radared right now. And that's why the black is just going to go ahead and turn and throw torpedoes out. Just desperation move. I probably would have done exactly the same thing. And you can see we're just about to win 967 points. But 971. What am I doing here? Well, just in case
Engine boost deactivated.
they are moving to intercept me at either of these caps, I'll just throw some fish out ahead of me. And this is where it turns ugly for the black. Yeah, he did all he could. He was contending with hydro and then radar, and there just wasn't much he could do. So he turned in. He's got his profile as minimal as he can. I'm sure he was probably popping away with the guns, just doing whatever damage he could. But what I was watching is how close we were to winning there, and then it got set back. That's why I typed wow. But at this point, now see, I don't know, that guy, I don't, that was probably not a fair comment. I mean, there wasn't much he could do. And what the black is saying there, I know that's true. I don't have the black, but it's basically just a Fletcher with you know, the ability to use radar. Yeah. It was a good game. I really appreciate you watching. I had a great time playing it. Super fun. And I'll see you next time.